Hello everybody, welcome back to Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. It's been a minute for me. It's actually been about 3 weeks, so took a little FNAF break. But so if the voices are any different, that's why. I've been doing a lot of FNAF related things. But I'm glad to be back. Very glad to be back. This has been a very fun series. I'm really excited to continue again. I'm a little bit worried about doing the voices wrong. In fact, I was just practicing tomorrow's voice just on the off chance. I honestly, I should have listened. I should have re-listened to some of the old episodes. Oh man, I just lost out on all that free viewership. Gosh darn. Anyway, case 4, severed ties with Sad Franziska. She has an actual name, but I don't fucking remember. Up until now, we've been following the story of Tyrion Cuthbert. What are you doing? We've experienced the world through his eyes and fought for justice through his soul. Game, what are you doing? But this time, why don't we start from the perspective of another? Is it gonna be oh my gosh. Steelwind. I can't believe Cuthbert read the client's mind without asking. It's starting to become a problem. He's becoming more and more reckless with each passing year. Are we Tamora? I wish Fairy was still alive. She would know what to do. She made it look so effortless. And he loved her. Would he have listened to her if she was still here? Oh, you're Franziska's mom. Is something the matter, Tamora? No, I was just thinking about something. Oh god. Well, the trial is about to begin. I don't doubt your ability, but I'd still appreciate if you remain focused. All of our futures are at stake, after all. Of course, Miss Frege. Of course, Miss Frege. She's a freelancer? Why is a royal a freelancer? Beatrice takes in a deep breath before she clasps her hands together. What's wrong? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just a ritual I use to calm myself. Right. I suppose we all deal with stress differently. But more importantly, what are you? Fuck. Why? Of course. Oh god, it always. Alright, so. What are you doing here? Well, we saw her earlier. Tamora saw her earlier. Or later. In chapter 2. Right? I'm pretty sure she explicitly talked to her, so. It's weird that she doesn't remember Eris. Frankly, I shouldn't even be surprised that Eris is ageless like this. Like, her thing says 16, I think we all kind of felt that was a little bit untrue. My father sent me to guide Beatrice through the courthouse. It's a new environment for her, and we were both worried about her condition. I still can't believe you were the boss's daughter this entire time. Are you talking about the scary man? I-Man? Why didn't you say anything at that? Oh, okay, no, this is after. I thought that. I'm gonna be real. I thought this took place, like, way in the past, like, just after Frege's death. I don't know why. Oh, because she said the thing about Tyrion. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I really thought this was like a flashback. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like Ace Attorney, right? When you played as Mia, how that was like way far back. So that's where my brain was. I wasn't thinking about. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. I'm being a little bit. It's been a while. I'm off my game. Why didn't you say anything at the academy? No. We made sure identity would have caused friction with your son, wouldn't it? He's not my... Anyways, I suppose I understand why you stayed quiet. But I still don't appreciate being kept in the dark about this. Oh. Speak of the devil. We spot Cuthbert and McCoy walking into the courtroom with the other members of the gallery. McCoy spots you and gives you a friendly, yet awkward smile. However, Cuthbert ignores you entirely and walks silently into the courtroom. Parental troubles? We had an argument earlier. It's nothing to worry about. If you say so. You are worried about what he saw in Beatrice's mind, though. Ooh. Okay. He's always been a good kid, but his idyllic sense of justice clouds his judgment sometimes. You just hope that he's not planning to do anything reckless. The trial is about to begin. Do you really have the time to be making small talk here? Prosecutor Steelwind approaches the three of you, but she appears to be accompanied by someone else. Nightgrave, is it you? What are you doing here? Oh well. He's accompanying me as my aide for this case. I see. So I assume you'll be prosecuting? Of course. I would never pass up the opportunity to face the infamous Ruby Tamora. You're going to court straight away? Fuck, okay. Really, if I recall correctly, you haven't even beaten Tyrion once so far. Miss Steelwind, don't strain yourself. What's that look for, Beatrice? You almost look surprised to see me here. Considering the circumstances, I thought you might recuse yourself. I am more than capable of being objective, especially for a case of this much importance. Well, I hope your mind is as strong as you think it is. Miss Steelwind, please, calm down. Oh, I love a good reunion. What is Wallace doing here? Like, I know she explained it, but also, what the fuck? Okay, so it's... okay. Excuse me for a second. Sorry, just dying. Miss Healy, you're ready? Oh, of course. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Look at us! Look at us! Ah, this is cool. I'm having fun. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Something seems off about her today. Is it actually her? Question. Just throwing that out there. Is her personal attachment to this case distracting her? And that also makes sense. Your Honor, the defendant is charged with first-degree murder and grand theft. As many of you know, Beatrice Frege is the formerly missing daughter of the now-late William Frege. Holy fuck. Okay, yeah, no, just throw that on to me now. Okay, I guess that makes sense why she's a freelancer then. And the victim of the murder is William Frege himself. Alright. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. The people of Ivengard know certainly more than the loss of House Frege's head. He lost his head? Ooh, grisly murder. Please, the only people mourning him are the banking house's shareholders. But anyway, did you say that a defendant is accused of grand theft? Yes, Your Honor. The crimes took place during the Lord's Ball, an event that was hosted in Frega's Manor yesterday evening. We're definitely gonna do a flashback with Tyrion, right? Because, like, the game's main art is him in a ball dancing with Celeste. What the fuck is with this case? Okay. This is wrinkling my brain, yo. The Harrison Hall of History had a gallery display within the manor. They were showcasing several magical artifacts donated to the Wife and God Historical Society. One of these items was the Sword of Spell Eating, a magical artifact that allows its wielder to nullify magical effects. Fuck. The Sword of Spell Eating has been added to your notes. Removed by a creature, that creature... Removed by a creature, that creature, and anything connected to them physically or magically. Immune to all harmful magical effects. I didn't say that it was forged through a blood contract between a mage and a demon. Grody. Oh. More confirmation that demons are a thing in this universe. We, the prosecution, believe that the defendant stole this item. She then used it to nullify the magical lock in the victim's study. After breaking into the study, she attacked the victim and slashed his throat using a letter opener. Why didn't she use the sword? That seems specifically interesting. How about... Okay. Also, slash his throat. That is pretty gnarly. He died of blood loss shortly after. Definitely gnarly. Ooh. Is that a thing on my computer, or is he just got a weird nose? Died at 3:12 a.m. Right. This is all the shit. I'm gonna have to really keep it in my brain hole. Cause of death was blood loss after his throat was slashed open. The difference between blood loss and the throat killed him. I know how this shit works. You're gonna have to be like, it can't have been instant then. Both carotid arteries were severed, meaning that death must have followed mere seconds after the wound was inflicted. That's also very important. Body shows several scratch marks on the face and back. Traces of illusion magic were also found on the body. What the fuck? I mean, is it confirmed that the scratch marks on the face and back are related to the murder? Maybe he's just into some geeky shit, I don't know. The murder of my father. Brother Fricka and his daughter were not close. Saying that they had a strained relationship would be an understatement. In fact, 5 years prior to the murder, Beatrice abandoned and fled her home. She went into hiding and did not contact any of her friends or family. Her whereabouts were unknown until she suddenly contacted her father a week ago. My client left the Freyja household because of her toxic relationship with her father. She wanted to create a life for herself that was free from his influence and abuse. I want to disagree with your claims, but that just highlights how desperate the defendant must have been. She had clearly fallen on hard times and begrudgingly contracted her father for financial aid. I can possibly understand why they would schedule this meeting during the Lord's Ball. But nevertheless, several witnesses did see her that night. And these same witnesses saw her storming out of her father's study in anger. Her father must have refused her request for gold, so she decided to murder him to claim his inheritance. Luckily, we prepared for this in advance. Yes, they're playing right into our hands. Retaliation when Freyja told Mira and Freyja that he removed Beatrice from his will. As a result, she won't receive any inheritance into his death. As per your agreement, this testimony will be confirmed by Miriam Freyja in court. What you're saying is all conjecture, Steelwind. You don't have any evidence or testimony that confirms what they spoke about. Holy shit, they have very similar voices, don't they? Oh well. Yes, I'm well aware that you and your client have refused to tell us what was discussed during that meeting. But as long as you both stay silent, my claims are plausible. Be honest, Steelwind. Do you seriously think that my client committed these crimes in spite of her condition? Condition? What are you talking about? Why don't you tell him, Steelwind? Tell the court about my client's disability. Your Honor, Beatrice Frege is considered legally disabled. However, legally disabled? That's a convenient way of putting it, Steelwind. My client isn't just legally disabled. She's completely blind. Completely blind? Is that true? You'd think that'd be more noteworthy, right? Because, like, you know, I don't know, I thought everyone knew everything about. I would assume it's like how the British people are with, like, the royal family, where it's like, they know every single detail about, like Prince Henry or whatever the fuck their names are. We have several medical documents and testimonies from several Chirurgeons attesting to that fact. My client is unable to see anything. That explains the eyes. What is the meaning of this pursuing? Do you expect me to believe that a blind woman performed any kill on her own? I'm glad you also see how ridiculous these claims are, Your Honor. She's mean. I like it. If the court would just let me elaborate. Stephen, the prosecution's first charge is grand theft. My client would have needed to break into a magically secure display case. Performing such an act would be a difficult task for anyone, much less my client. So, I don't know how to properly explain it. My thoughts, my reasonings. Miriam totally did it, right? Like, we can all agree. She definitely did it. Like, I don't know, I'm just saying. I could be wrong. I am accusing a blind woman I just met of murder. I get this feeling, though. The second charge is first-degree murder. My client would have needed to use the sort of spell eating on the lock leading to the victim's study. Then she would have needed to grab a letter opener, overpower the victim, and deliver a precise and fatal blow to the victim's neck. Does any of that sound like a reasonable theory, Your Honor? I'm about to agree with you, Mr. Moran. It all sounds quite ludicrous, to be perfectly honest. This is just awful. The Steelwinds are clearly just attacking the Fregas now that their head is deceased. Objection! Oh yeah, Steelwind. I believe in you. Technically, I'm fighting you right now, but I'm kind of rooting for you also. Enough. I also just want to see her win one. It's been kind of sad. Your Honor, the court has not seen evidence that supports this case. Nor have you listened to the Inquisition's testimony regarding the investigation. Until you have done so, you are in no position to pass judgment. I guess you have a point. Fucking usual. Guess the young lady has some claws after all. But as a matter, your case against Beatrice is questionable at best. Frankly, it's surprising that Steelwind even went through with this. It's only a matter of time before the judge sees things your way. Ambulance? I don't know if y'all can hear that. Just a big ol' ambulance honk. Kinda freaked me out. To begin, the prosecution would like to call Commander White to the stand. Ah, fuck. Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings. Right. We didn't want to cause panic after the sword was stolen, so we activated the Manor's silent security system. They put an anti-magic field over the entire manor. We did a search of the house, and we found the stolen sword in the defendant's bedroom. It didn't look like she was going to run, and Crown Prince Aster told us to stand down, so we kept a close eye on her. Fuck yeah, it's my boy Aster! I want to see more of him! Better actually be able to talk to him. William Frege was in a bad mood that night, so he had already locked himself inside his study. But an hour later, we entered the study and found him lying dead in a pool of blood. The lock was still engaged, and no one teleported in. The bird must have temporarily disabled the lock using this sort of spell eating. We have testimonies that say the defendant was seriously in debt. She must have murdered the victim to get a part of his inheritance. The case against Beatrice is just as predicted, and you already have a countermeasure to disprove the existence of any motive. All I have to do is present it to the court. Oh. Damn. Orm. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. Mostly I'm sorry to do it to Steelwind, I'll be real. But yeah.
Objection!
An objection! That was wrong. Your Honor, the prosecution's case against my client is riddled with holes, and the prosecution's proposed motive is the largest among them. Frege, damn it. Well, the motive is the most belief. I would have had much to give an inheritance. That may be, but that's assuming my client had anything to inherit at all. What? Nona, my client fled from a psychologically abusive father 5 years ago. How do you think he would have reacted to that? Lord Frege was a petty and vindictive man. Do you honestly think that he'd leave his inheritance to someone who disobeyed him so egregiously? No, he'd do everything in his power to make sure she didn't see a shred of his wealth. Yes, we're already well aware of this. The moment she slams her cane down, you notice the prosecutor wince a little, but she quickly hides it and regains her composure. Like pain or just like mental composure? On the night of the murder, the victim made the decision to disinherit the defendant. However, his murder deprived him of the opportunity to submit his will to his attorney. Oh. This is just what happens in Knives Out. Isn't it? This only further proves the defendant's motive. She would have needed to act quickly, lest her father submit the changed will. I'm afraid you're mistaken, Steelwind. William Frege didn't disinherit my client that night. He disinherited my client 5 years ago. I have witnessed testimony from Miriam Frege, William's youngest daughter. By her own admission, her father disinherited my client shortly after she fled the household. What? She never brought that up during questioning. Perhaps she's not as amicable as you thought. If you don't believe me, why don't we call her to the stand and ask her ourselves? What are you planning, Mr. Mora? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it's clear we won't get anywhere till we hear from Miriam directly. Bailiff, please escort Miriam Frege to the stand. Ah, fuck, what was her voice? Miriam, is the defense correct? Did your father disinherit Beatrice 5 years ago? Yes. And you didn't think it was necessary to share this information with me? Well, you never asked. If I recall correctly, you were also tight-lipped during questioning this morning. Are you saying staying quiet for your sister's sake? The witness just lost her father. You can hardly expect her to recall every detail that's relevant to the case. Which raises a more concerning question. How did you extract this information? Who knows? Maybe I just have a way with people. Regardless, I suppose you have a point. I'll give the witness the benefit of the doubt, for now. In any case, Miriam, please testify to the court about how you found out about Beatrice's disinheritance. Yes, of course. One day we all woke up and discovered that Beatrice had fled from our home. She left a note for us, and in it she renounced her name and denounced my father. My father later called me and my sister into his study. He told us that he had completely disowned Beatrice and removed any claim she had to the Frege estate. It was probably a threat to us in case we ever chose to go down the same path she did. He wanted to make an example out of her. This all happened 5 years ago. So, this scene must have really sucked. She was threatening a 12-year-old. And are you sure this all happened 5 years ago? Yes, even now I can remember everything clearly. I see. Her speech is getting slower. Is she deep in thought? Nightgrave seems extremely concerned for some reason. Oh yeah, he's here. And Leif was there with you at this meeting? Yes, she was. However, Leif couldn't have possibly been there. Her words are getting more slurred. You also notice that her balance is at least weighing. Hey, are you okay? Of course I... Holy fuck! Beatrice? Did you like fucking like... switch or drink out with hemlock tea or some shit? Like, what the fuck? What is this? Good lord, is that blood? Blood? Bailiff, find anyone capable of casting healing magic. Wallace! Score them to the room immediately. Wallace! For some scrambling, a couple of healers are able to help Nightgrave stabilize the prosecutor. In all the chaos, we caught a glimpse of her. There were deep wounds in several... Fuck. There were deep wounds and blood on several parts of her body. She must have used some kind of illusion to hide them, but her disguise has completely dissipated now. Before Steelwind is taken out of the courtroom, you catch her whispering something into Nightgrave's ear. You see a look of confusion from him, but he nods and makes his way to the witness stand. Not before passing a message on to the bailiff, who seems equally confused. Just what the hell is going on? Mr. Nightgrave, explain yourself. What the fuck? Why was Miss Steelwind so gravely injured? I'm sorry, but I wasn't actually here as Miss Steelwind's aide. I was here as her healer. A healer? The truth is, Miss Steelwind was violently attacked at noon today. She was in critical condition, but she insisted on prosecuting the case anyways. I owed her a favor, and she asked me to channel my necromancy to keep her wound closed during the trial. Dear Lord, why didn't she just recuse herself? She must have known. If anyone else tried to prosecute Beatrice, you would have handily won the trial. Nevertheless, she showed up to prosecute because no one else would. She did it all despite the risk for her life. It almost makes you respect her a little. What do you mean almost? Fuck you. Fuck you, Tamora. I miss Mia. Almost. Anyways, is there any need to prolong this trial, Your Honor? Huh? Even you must acknowledge how weak the case against my client is. In addition to that, Miriam's testimony shows that my client had nothing to gain from her father's death. Miss Morris, are you serious? Not the time or place. And you're still only concerned about... The only thing I'm concerned about is seeking justice for my client. Even so... We can't move forward until we find another prosecutor. And how long do you think that will take, Your Honor? It's almost been 12 hours since the murder took place. That gives us, what, 36 hours? After that, every magical trace of the crime scene will fully disappear. Oh, there might be someone... If Steelwind had simply allowed another prosecutor to work this case, we wouldn't be in this situation. She took a risk and now she has to pay the price. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? What the fuck are you doing, Ruby? Why are you so cringe? I'm not exactly proud of winning this way, but this is what it takes to win, and you won't let an opportunity like this pass you by. Judge is clearly unhappy with the turn of events, but it's out of his hands now. Well, due to today's unprecedented events, I suppose I have no choice. There aren't any prosecutors available to immediately take Miss Tealwood's place. How fucked is this legal system? We will take a brief recess. After that, I'll deliver my verdict.
Objection!
Holy shit. Your Honor, I'm afraid that you can't pass a verdict just yet. Commander Cuthbert! Cuthbert? What the hell are you doing? I don't know. But what I do know is that there was a massive contradiction in Miriam Frega's testimony. It looks like things aren't going to be as simple as you expected. Yes, obviously I'm saving. What the fuck? What the fuck? My brain. Fuck. I'm ending the episode now. It's a very big twist. I'm sorry. What a oh my god. Oh, this trial. It's oh god, I have so many emotions and so few words. Oh my god. Yes, no. Yeah. There's so many things that have happened that I didn't expect to happen, and I really hope Steelman's okay. I wouldn't want to ask her to be sad. And also, you know, I guess it would suck for her if she was dead, but I'm mostly worried about Aster. Oh, are we gonna go back in the past? We're gonna go do the ballroom stuff. We're gonna see Aster. Yay! I'm excited for that. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen my sweet boy. Ah, see you next episode. Goodbye.